Marshall will kick off to get the festivities started. Fielded in the end zone, it's Murphy. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Eagles will have some work to do after that short return. And here's the man they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You dang right. You earn it by doing it, and he's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, David. He's been in the big moments, and he's won the big games. This guy delivers when the game is on the line.
Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Looking for a block. It's Chapman. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. So Marshall's offense has its first opportunity of the day. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Fires to the right. He makes a catch. He's out of bounds after a really nice game, but there is a marker on the field. I bet it felt good to hit that quarterback late until you got an earful from the coach and cost your defense 15. And guys, bringing the heat is what any defense is about, but you have to stop short of making that official reach for his flag. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal for this offense. Tries again to get it in. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Yeah, and on 3rd and goal, they're saying, hey, we're still going to try to power this.
Oh, what a call. Oh, now the kicker's going to throw it. The fake field goal catches the defense with its pants down, and it's going to be a touchdown. Just textbook execution on the fake field goal, and trickeration equals touchdown.
And we saw them practicing this throughout the week, but when are you going to call it? Are you going to call it? Because you got to have the onions to call it in a big moment. They call it, they convert. What a call by the offense.
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
On second down, he'll fire. He's got his man. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. Good job by the receiver knowing it was man coverage. If he's looking, he's booking. He gave his quarterback the eyes right away that says, hey, I'm not stopping, put it out in front of me.
Intercepted. Made that play and was hoping to make another one on the return, but they'll take it in business at the 41.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There was a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come away with the pick.
Yeah, that's a really nice job by the cornerback, being a good athlete. That's an out route. He breaks with the wide receiver. A lot of times you get those, and maybe you might pick it and take it to the house. He couldn't get to it and catch it, but he puts his hand on it, swats the ball away. Nice job by the cornerback.
They'll need to get this one to the 31 here on third down. Looking to pass. It's Pennington. Throws to the wideout. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Guys, it is Marshall carrying the lead into the quarter break. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. Going for 6. Throw to the end zone, picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Nice play by the DB. Most people say offenses have the advantage, right? They know where they're going. They have the footing underneath them. Defensive guys, you still got to guess. You might be a little bit more cautious. No, sir, this defensive back does a great job breaking on the football, going up and making the INT.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll run it from the gun. Gets it across the 10, a pickup of 5, and out of trouble to the 12.
Just a simple power play, power football. Be strong, be big, be physical. Make it a fourth quarter game. Make them feel you, keep them off balance.
Wants to throw on third down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Roberts. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's fourth down. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is called for in the midst of all this rain. Concentrate on one thing. Make the catch. Marshall takes over the ball. The Thundering Herd offense coming out. Looking for room. It's Turner. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Going up top on first down. Quickly complete. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you loved playing on teams with great offenses.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Ball in the air, intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. The give to the back. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
On the play.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Got it in the middle, it's Roberts.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
Caught in the backfield, it's Roberts. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on third down. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. Fair catch called for and made. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Trying to surprise him with the pass. Makes the catch. It's Turner. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be third down. That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. Release to the back. Grabbed over the middle. It's Turner. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. Marshall trying to make this red zone trip pay off. Feeling some heat. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Big loss on the last play threatens to knock this drive off course. It's 2nd and 16. Unloads to the wideout. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Thundering Herd. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Palmer, but I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quick that you can go to.
There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. To the air on first down. Looking down the middle. And you'd like to think this sophomore wouldn't make a habit of trying to force passes into double coverage like that. Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. Working that left side. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Well, that receiver, he knew he had to get his head turned around quickly. He's running the curl route against zone coverage, but he knows his quarterback is going to be firing that ball into him. It's a rocket pass. He's able to make the catch and get the first.
Wide open downfield. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off. Comes out throwing on first down. Makes a grab over the middle. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Second half all teed up, and Georgia Southern will start it with the kickoff. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Marshall takes over the ball, the Thundering Herd offense coming out. They have the lead to start the third quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you take the lead and you try to stay optimistic with your team, but you also say, guys, if we had taken care of the football, this lead would be even bigger. We might have already knocked them out already, Palmer.
It's just about eliminating the mistakes at this point. You're right. This thing would be over if they hadn't shot themselves in the foot. So ball security, that is at a premium as this game goes on.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good.
Just having these dudes bounce off of him like popcorn. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space. Marshall back at it with another 1st and 10. Now they're going to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Got his man to the left. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. This Marshall offense putting together a nice drive. Gonna run it. It's Turner. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. The play action fake. Throws to the wideout. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
Right down the middle. Makes the grab. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
He came into this year with big expectations. Everybody expecting him to stat it up. And now with that last completion, he's already over 2,000 yards passing for the season.
They'll try to get it in with the run. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
And it's really nice to have a workhorse running back that you know you can feed and get productive gain after gain. Now over 100 yards. You've already got some separation on the scoreboard. I would continue to feed this workhorse.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Will they be able to get that 1 more yard and stick it in here on 3rd down? And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And the offense doesn't bat an eye. They'll stay on the field and try to score from the 1 on 4. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Marshall! They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18.
Yeah, and it's 4th and goal, and it's go time. I got to push people around. Look at the offensive line doing a really good job getting those guys moved back, creating a little hole for the running back, and he does the rest on 4th and goal and gets the touchdown.
And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. The Eagles headed quickly to the line. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. They move the tight end all over. They'll run play action. Trying to get behind the defense. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it and floating down toward the earth. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a 3rd down stop. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
And a 1st down for the offense.
Guys, it is Marshall carrying the lead into the quarter break. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. Here's the handoff. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Finds his man enough for the 1st. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. The metrics tell you so often, go ahead, go for it on 4th down, and it pays off there.
And that just shows you the head coach's confidence in his quarterback to go out on a critical 4th down and execute.
Touchdown, Herd! And the punishment has been extended. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And how about it? Everyone getting involved, getting the big tight end involved. This offense has done an unbelievable job scoring points. This defense has had no answers. Just keep it rolling, offense.
Set to kick this one away.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
On second down, they'll take to the air. Had to throw it before he wanted. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. He lobs one high down the left side. Catch inside the 30 and still running. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Georgia Southern.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy shows you right there a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. Dances away from one. They stop him after a 6-yard run out to the 24.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
They'll start this one from the 29 on 1st down. Using his legs, it's Turner. Cross the 30 to the 35, and that's a gain of 6.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff to teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
Still on his feet at the 45. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
The clock is my friend. If I can do this late in the ball game with a lead and I can continue to run the football and they have no answers, well, then I'm going to walk away with a win. So listen, I wouldn't change a thing. I'd keep pounding the football, keep running the clock.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the 1st down, and that's all that matters.
They knock him down inside the 30 at the 29. It's a pickup of 6. 2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. 3rd and short from the 28. Let's see if this is 4-down territory or if they just pick up the 1st here. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down. Marshall back at it with another 1st and 10.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
On the ground with the counter. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the 1st down.
And 1st down for the offense.
A strong, methodical,